Hey team, welcome to our Forkin Good podcast. I'm Kate and Simon is cooking me lunch today, which is very exciting.
Well, I've recycled my newspaper for you. A little bit of really lovely balsamic over our potato salad, and I've grated some walnut and pecorino cheese over the top. We've got a green salad.
This is all grown in your garden too?
It is, yeah, absolutely.
I watched you pick that out of the garden.
Cheers, this is a JK14 rosé.
Well, this is cheers to our third episode, Simon.
Cheers, everybody.
Yeah.
We thought we'd do a little dining today.
Just something you whipped up.
Right? So I've got a little small fish and chip parcel, minus the chips. So what we're going to do...
Well, I'm just going to tell people who are regular listeners of the podcast, this is probably one that you want to actually watch on YouTube because you want to see what I'm just looking at right now.
Look at that. Look how beautiful that looks.
Oh my gosh.
That is Akaroa salmon from the harbour of Akaroa. It's king salmon. And let's serve some up.
Ooh, I feel so spoilt right now.
And you're going to see this beautiful, moist salmon. Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
And
look at that.
A little bit of lemon that can go on the bottom.
That smells amazing.
And I'll grab some. Look, we can always have some more. Because we've got a cameraman who probably likes.
You might
you want a bit more than that?
No,
right?
I'm fine because I don't want the film crew to be sitting there going, oh, what about me?
All right, help yourself some salad.
Oh my gosh, that smells amazing.
And I'm going to get a little bit of this potato salad on here too. So, healthy, right? We should be eating willy fish 3 times a week. Sardines, salmon, tuna, mackerel. So good for us with all the omegas in there.
Yeah.
And green salad. And we've got a bit of noises. We've got the potatoes, but we've made it really yummy. We've got some really good healthy things in there like olives, eggs. Eggs are really good, full of tryptophan. So good. I might just sneak a little.
Yeah, let me just move my wine.
And I've got don't want to be getting that in trouble. And the dressing on the salad is a creamy pomegranate dressing. So have a taste.
This is amazing.
And see what you think.
Can't wait.
But it looks pretty tasty.
It looks very tasty.
And so normally when I have a lot of people coming for dinner, I get 2 whole fillets, lay some lemon down, thin slices of lemon, put the skin side of the salmon down. Then I get dried or fresh tarragon and mix that into a lemon horseradish cream, smear it all over the top, then some thin slices of lemon or lime where I've taken the skin off, pop that on top, then some fennel frond, steal it from the side of the road if you have to, over the top, and then I lay the other salmon fillet on top with the skin side down, but I take the skin off the second one, and then I do the same thing on top. Smear all over the lemon horseradish cream with the tarragon in it, lay the thin slices of lemon or lime on top, lots of fennel frond, drizzle of lemon extra virgin olive oil, some cracked pepper and salt, wrap it up in butcher's paper or greaseproof, then wrap it up in newspaper and wet it and cook it on the barbecue. And once it hits 49 to 52 degrees inside, you're guaranteed it's going to be moist.
That is absolutely amazing. I feel so lucky right now. And for those of you who are watching or listening, I'll get Simon to put the recipe up, like put a little bit of an outline, because this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. I can't believe it.
Super
just
healthy.
So good.
And with a rosé, especially this JK14, I love it.
Just beautiful. Well, I just feel so sorry for all the people who are watching right now.
Yeah, well, most people don't watch a podcast, they listen to it, don't they? So they're like, who are those two?
But I must admit, this is it's like sharing a meal together is something that, we really should do more often as
It's life,
families and friends, and and so this is
passing and sharing, and
yeah.
you know, it's so good, and it's so good for the soul.
Yeah.
Taking time to eat, talk, catch up on news. What was your act of kindness today, Kate?
My act of kindness today, actually, it wasn't today. It was actually the other day when I was working in Tokoroa, and we went to the supermarket. We got some stuff to make a quick lunch because I'm trying to not go buying takeaways all the time. So we went to the supermarket there, brought some food, and we actually dropped the leftover stuff off into the community food bank box.
Oh, awesome.
So that was my act of goodness in the last week, because often when we're on the road, like, it's actually cheaper for us to go to a supermarket, buy a bit of chicken breast and some salad and make something like that, but then we don't need all the food. So we generally either find a homeless person if it's something that needs to be eaten soon, or we find we leave it at the community sort of.
Wow, fantastic.
Yeah. What was your act of kindness?
Well, cooking you lunch. But I think we should be asking ourselves that, every day. When my daughter and I would sit here and have dinner on this exact same table, and I'd say, what was your act of kindness at school today, and she'd tell me, and then I'd get asked the same question, and I was always a little bit more prepared than I am today with a good answer, but a real answer.
Yeah.
But I just think, as Kiwis and families sitting around a table and sharing food, sharing stories, having a laugh, and, just enjoying time together instead of the TVs going over there, or we're glued to it, or the cell phones here, and we're checking our messages through dinner.
Definitely.
It's a lot healthier for us, right?
And just getting to, we learn from each other as well, And that's where I think, this week is recycling week.
Okay.
And in the last
My favourite
podcast,
thing.
I know, it's going to be your favourite thing, I tell you. Yeah. But last week you were talking about how confusing it was, and I think a lot of people have also acknowledged that they're confused about it and how, it seems so hard. So because it's recycling week this week, this podcast episode is going to be a little bit shorter.
Okay.
Because...
So I can't talk as much?
Well, partially, but not really. No, I love hearing your stories. Okay. But we're actually going to do a few other activities that we're going to chuck on the Forkin Good Instagram, and that's around doing a bit of a bin audit of your recycling bin to see what you put in there. Have you taken or thought about taking it up?
I'm on it. Just slowly catch the monkey on this. I know you're going to film it and reveal me to everybody.
But
I'm on it. I'm into this, right? I'm just playing like half the people out there who don't understand it. So I'm being the devil's advocate.
Yeah.
And I want to hear more about it. I want to learn about it so I can contribute positively. But I also want to feel good about it, and I want to make it easy.
Yeah.
Easy. We're all time poor, right? I'd rather spend time cooking than going through and this one goes in this one, this one goes in this one. But I get we need to do that, right?
Yeah. Well, and that's part of what I'm going to help you to do. So that'll be my act of kindness this week.
Okay.
And then I think the other thing we were talking about was, actually, what were we talking about?
Well, we were talking about when we eat.
Yes.
And how eating late or just before you go to bed is not good. So we covered that in the last podcast. But I think there's so much there is so much scientific evidence around if we can eat in a window and fasting, especially if you're a pre-diabetic or a type 2 diabetic, it can be almost like a miracle for you by eating in windows, and even better, longer fast. So if we can be eating in an 8-hour window, that leaves 16 hours that we're fasting. And if we're sleeping pretty good, half of that is sleep, right? So what happens is we've got a fridge and freezer inside us. So once our fridge is full, then we start putting things into the freezer. Same in our kitchen, right? Once the fridge is full, we start putting things in the freezer. And our body does exactly the same. Once our tummy's full, we start putting it in the freezer in broad terms, right? I'm being sort of an overview here. But the problem is we can see our freezer. You can see mine, like might be here, right? We can visibly see it. Might be our arms, it might be our bum, our tummy, and with guys it's more sort of around the tummy, isn't it? It's a visceral fat which is surrounding our organs, and that's not good for our organs. We need our organs. We can't trade them in and just get new ones.
Yes,
down the road. Right. So if we can empty our fridge out and then go, right, now let's start getting stuff out of the freezer and take it out of the freezer, convert it back to fuel, because when we store it as fat. That's what we can see. That's our freezer. It's fat. We can visually see it. But if we can take it out and convert it back into fuel and burn it and donate it to the atmosphere, our freezer gets smaller, right? Yeah. So by eating in an 8-hour window, we've got 16 hours where our body empties the fridge out and then starts diving into the freezer and converting it back to fuel, burning it and using it as energy. And that's a really good thing. And then we lose weight, right? The byproduct of that is we lose weight. And it doesn't happen overnight, but it's a sustainable way to slowly lose weight, because diets don't work, right? You lose weight, you put it all back on. But if we can eat in that 8-hour window, fast for 16 hours, and even, the first time you do it, you think, how am I going to do this? But it doesn't take long, and it will be your secret weapon. It's my secret weapon. Having lost 32 kilos 11 years ago, it's quite a bit of weight. And I just keep it off now by eating in that 8-hour window, trying to get some oily fish, get plenty of salads and vegetables in. I'd have potatoes, really. Potatoes to me are a treat. Yes. So if I'm doing mashed potatoes, lots of cream and butter. Because that lowers the glycemic index. So it's like a potato salad that was made yesterday. I made that salad yesterday. And because it's sat overnight in my fridge, it's a lower glycemic index. It's like rice the next day is lower glycemic as well. And that's a good way to help our body as well. But if we can eat in that 8-hour window, fast for 16 hours, once a week, if we're really on a mission, once a week try a 24-hour fast. And if you get to 18 hours and you want to gnaw your arm off, go and have a big bowl of nuts, or have some avocado with some drizzle of olive oil and some cracked pepper and salt, and eat that way. Am I making sense?
It totally makes sense. I really like the fridge and freezer aspect because it's so true. But now when I'm walking around, I'll be like, oh man, everybody can see my freezer. But
we're all in the same boat, right?
Well, and one of the things that I struggle with because of my schedule, like a lot of people, like you go on the road and you've done a lot of like especially TV work and stuff. So with my schedule, I can have be up at this morning, up at 5:30, travelling, and then I might have a session in the morning or meetings, and then I'll have a window in the afternoon where I might not have anything. Then I'll be working from 6 till 9, then maybe driving again, and then getting home late, or if I'm on the road, back to the hotel. And then the next morning I'm starting at 7:30.
So when's your last meal?
Well, I actually, since our first chat, I've been working to have the last meal as a 3 or 4 o'clock.
Fantastic.
Because if I don't eat then I get to finish my session at say 8:30, and then by the time I get back to the hotel and then I think about eating, all of a sudden it's like 9:30.
And you're now starving,
Yeah.
and you're going to make really poor choices
Yeah.
because you want to fill up because you're
Yeah.
starving.
Yeah.
So when you're on the road, it's a lot harder, for sure. And shift workers have the same problem. But if your first meal of the day, and it doesn't matter whether it's at midday, it's at 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, whatever time you decide your first meal is, make that a really sizable meal, like a good meal. You know, let's say it's in the morning time, you know, we could have some breakfast. We could have some eggs, we could have some avocado, could have some tomatoes cut in half, drizzled with a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, maybe a few herbs, maybe got an Italian seasoning or Moroccan, sprinkle that over, roast them in the oven, some mushrooms sauteed off, like have a really hearty breakfast that sets you up for the day. And then, you know, you need to eat again at some stage, and that might be one other meal, might be two other meals. But it's about making sensible choices and not loading up on carbs.
Yeah.
That's where it sort of goes wrong when you're on the road. But if you have that really hearty meal at the start of the day, then later in the day you're going to make wiser choices. But if you don't have much in the morning, it's a bowl of cornflakes or Wheat Bix, which gives you no real nutrition at all. You know, it's not going to fill you up. So you want to get that big meal in the day, and then it'll be way easier to make healthier choices. And, you know, when you're on the road, you know, where do you go? Where do you go? Like, you know, like you call into the bakery and it's just full of pastry and
I try not to.
all sorts of rubbish. So for the 4 Wheels of Health course I've actually done a list of suggestions for on the road of options that you could go to. So I'll put that in the description below. So you guys, if you're interested, you can have a look at my thoughts. Because that is the hardest thing once you're on the road. Making that call, you know?
I know, and that's why often when we're on the road, we stay at the same place each time, because then we know what the beds are like, how to get there, all of that sort of stuff. And then we tend to find restaurants or cafes, and we just always go back there. Because it's like once you find somewhere, like we were in the Horowhenua a couple of weeks back, and we found this really amazing cafe in this old church. Beautiful place. It's off the main drag, and the locals all know about it. But if you're on the road, you have no idea. Well, anyway, we got introduced, we went round there, and it was unbelievable. And all of a sudden we're like, this is our new place. Like, we will always come here, because it was really good food, it was really reasonable price, and you just actually, and the staff are amazing too. So we get our favourites, and then the only problem is when they change the menu on you, and you know that normally I got the veggie breakfast, and then, you know, what happens if I go back next time? They're like, oh no, we're not doing that now. Then I'm like, damn it. That's the one thing, because you look forward to it when you're on the road, you know, you're sort of like, oh, I know they do that thing, and that's what I'll have. So you almost semi-prepare in your mind, and that's when it gets stuffed up when you get there and you're like, damn it, they've changed the menu.
Yeah, don't you hate that? That's just not acceptable.
It's forking unbelievable.
Yeah, fucking unbelievable.
So, yeah, but I mean, I think that would be a good challenge for me, because I've got some busy away weeks coming up, and looking at breakfast enough, like, you know, managing that time. Yeah.
And, you know, try and eat in that 8-hour window.
Yeah.
So, and the first time you do it, it's hard.
Yeah.
But trust me, 2 weeks and it'll be just like absolutely normal.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It will be no issue whatsoever. And, you know, occasionally you break that. I say to people, you know, 80% of the time you got to be good.
Yeah.
And 20% of the time you can be as naughty as you like.
Oh, I don't know. Don't tell me that, because I'll be buying chocolate.
But you don't want it the other way around. Now, hey, chocolate, it's not bad, right? Chocolate has plenty of magnesium, and if you get a high cocoa one, so you should be eating a high cocoa one. Magnesium helps relax your muscles. And, you know, pumpkin seeds, almonds, hemp hearts or hemp seeds, same thing, really good in magnesium. I'm diversing, aren't I? Now
That's all right.
I don't know where this magnesium comes from, but if you sleep well, magnesium helps with sleep. And, something like Dead Sea Salt bath.
Yeah.
If you ever relax in a bath for 20 minutes with Dead Sea salts in there, your body will just absorb all the magnesium. You will hop out and feel like an absolute diva. You'll be so relaxed. You will sleep like a baby.
Yeah.
That, if you're really struggling with sleep and you are actually trying things to help improve the sleep, I highly recommend a bath with Dead Sea salts. So there's all sorts of ways to get magnesium in as well, with supplements, with food, with oils. But the Dead Sea salt is really good to get those muscles relaxed to help with sleep. And then when you have a good sleep, you make better food choices during the day. It's
so
not
true.
so hard to eat in that 8-hour window or get yourself organised a bit more in the morning, because you hop out of bed with more energy because you had a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
You don't want to hop out of bed with a half full gas tank.
Yeah.
You want to hop out of bed having had a good night's sleep with a full gas tank, ready to get through your day.
Yeah, and your freezer's working.
Yeah. Freezer's empty.
The freezer's empty.
Yeah. Cheers to that. And drinking, red wine should be the choice. And then the next choice should be sparkling wine. And then, if you're going to have spirits, then, with soda water and some fresh squeeze of lemon or lime in there is going to be great too. Yeah. But white wine and beer, you know where it goes, straight to the freezer.
I love it. Well, I suppose, these, all these little tips, I'm hoping that they, other people are, learning a bit from this.
Well, I'm hoping they're finding them fucking good.
Good tips.
And, tell us what you want to hear, team, out there. You can jump in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. We've got our Instagram page, which is
Forkin Good Pod.
Forkin Good Pod. So tell us what you'd like to hear. Do you want us to cook things? Do you want to hear more about the recycling? I sure as hell do, because I'm learning about it.
Is there, even like cool brands doing different things? Like, you're a foodie, like if there's places that you don't know about that are doing some quite cool things. For me, I'm always keen to, know about new products that are on, around for, working towards zero waste. That's always a good thing for me. I actually brought one along this time, just on the travel buzz.
Okay, come on then. Yep. What do you got?
So I've actually got...
Soap.
Oh
my goodness.
Good old-fashioned soap. You smell that, though. So this is New Zealand-made soap from a company called Beyond.
I feel like it's going to make me go to sleep.
Yeah.
It's like lavender.
It's amazing,
I could put on. Is it lavender?
Yeah. Oh, lemongrass, this one, I think.
Lemongrass.
So nice.
It is good.
And this is a New Zealand company, and just beautiful handmade soaps. And I've
what are they called?
It's called Beyond. Beyond soap. Oh, so their big story is zero packaging, which is great, because being Recycling Week, a lot of people are focused on recycling all the time, they buy a product that they can recycle. These guys, it comes in a cardboard box, which is 100% recyclable, but by using soap, you're not having to have a bottle, which is predominantly, the main ingredients is aqua, which is water with some soap in the water.
And then you've got a plastic thing that you've got to get rid of again. Yeah. And as everybody knows, it's a nightmare for me.
Yeah.
I have soap in my bathroom. Whenever I go and stay in a hotel, it's always these liquid soaps. So tell me about that. Are they any good, or?
What, the liquid soaps?
Yeah.
Well, it's just soap with water in it. It's just a soap. I prefer this because it's just 100% soap.
And with this Beyond,
and it's not in plastic.
You're going to smell like, man.
Oh, they even do the solid bars of shampoo and conditioner. as well. And so,
That's cool.
yeah, so I'm going to get you some. But
That's very cool.
since you cook me lunch, I'll start letting you clean up your act with a bit of solid soap.
Well, you're saying a bit smelly all right, mate. Creepers.
But I'm going to get you some shampoo and conditioner to try, and some soap.
I can't stop smelling this.
I know, it's beautiful, eh?
Nobody will be able to smell this or probably even see them, but they are different from a normal bar of soap. They look almost elegant. They look like a little pillow. They really do look like a pillow. Like if you had a kid's doll's house, that would be the pillow in there, right?
And the doll would smell beautiful.
They smell amazing.
Yeah, so I think this, and also for our listeners, we're going to have, I'm going to suss them out some soap, and we're going to give some soap away. But I think this one, I reckon, we should get people to tell us their worst on-the-road food stop.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
You got to name the place and say never stop here.
Yeah.
Because it's not fucking good, it's fucking bad.
Yeah, and especially from that whole and it's more around the waste. Like I've been to places where you go in and everything's in a single-use piece of plastic, then a plastic fork, then a plastic plate, then a takeaway cup, and let's try and let's look at the worst, and then we'll also have the best. I think let's be fair. Shall we have both? We want to hear about the worst and the best.
All right.
And I'll give away 2 lots of soap.
2 lots of soap?
Yeah.
All right. So, and we'll give them a shout out on the Instagram.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we should try and go to both.
Yeah.
All right? Go to both. And we'll do a little video. Whilst we're on shout outs, I want to talk about the JK14 Rosé that we're drinking.
Yes.
Because
it's lovely.
Sir John Kirwan, an absolute New Zealand rugby legend, and a legend in helping New Zealanders with depression. He's, in my opinion, one of the greatest New Zealanders that we have, and he has his own range.
So this is his wine.
This is JK14.
Oh, I wondered why it was called JK.
Yeah. And he does a whole bunch from Prosecco to white wine, red wine, rosé, and he even does grappa, which is my favourite.
Oh,
do you do
I love grappa.
Do you like
I love grappa.
Right, now we are real true friends. Okay, I'm gonna hit JK up and we're gonna get some grappa to try. A lot of people go to Italy, right, and they get given a grappa and they come away and go, oh my God, it's just rocket fuel, it's disgusting. There is good grappa and bad grappa. I think they give the tourists the rubbishy one, but when you get a good one, JK's 14s comes from Nardini in Italy. That's the company. I've been to Nardini with JK. It is phenomenal. It's so smooth and delicious. I know we're not a wine show, but we had food today, and this is.
Well, it's all about everything.
That's a fantastic rosé, though.
Oh, it's
really
beautiful, beautiful. I love it. Smells amazing, tastes amazing.
I think we need a photo to put on the Instagram, so if people want to grab a bottle, they know what they're up for.
And thanks, JK.
Cheers. No, I bought it. Thanks,
I know.
Simon.
Well, thanks, Simon.
Yeah.
Sorry. But thanks, JK, for making it so Simon could buy it for lunch.
Exactly.
I'll bring wine the next time.
Also, thanks to Akaroa Salmon, which is the only solely owned New Zealand salmon farm in New Zealand.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's king salmon. It's absolutely beautiful salmon. I love it, and done like that, so easy and pretty delicious.
And also thanks to Simon's Garden for a beautiful salad.
Exactly.
Oh well, cheers for that.
Cheers, everybody.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us, guys, and keep an eye out this week for me diving into Simon's recycling bin.
Oh God, here we go.
And
I'll be away that week.
And that's it for this week's Forking Good podcast episode. And we'll see you again next week with some more inspirational something.
Exactly, something inspirational. Live, love and eat together.
Yeah.
Cheers.